Hey guys, we're back with another video. And basically today is a discussion video. Where is NTC, Next Thing Company, the guys that brought us the chip and the pocket chip? They seem to have disappeared off the face of the planet. The Next Thing Company had a really good run initially, with chips and pocket chips being really popular. I luckily got my hands on to do some videos, and there are more videos on the way to do with pocket chip, and it sort of was going really well. The community was there, well developed, and we had a lot of stuff coming every single week, at least for the first year. And then they brought out the Chip Pro, which is for embedded projects, a bit more sophisticated than what I like to deal with. And then there was nothing. People were just buying and buying, and there were orders being made, and I was going to order a couple more as well because I quite like the little device. They changed the memory module from the flash storage eMMC, which used to be, I think it was Hynix 8GB, and it's now 4GB of eMMC, which was a little bit of a disappointment. They released a firmware upgrade as well, which was cool, which had 3D acceleration partially implemented, and then it all went a bit quiet, and we just thought that they were going through the motions, that they were still shipping, packaging and producing the product, and I thought that possibly another firmware update would be coming maybe in a few months' time, once they'd been playing around with it a bit more. Alas, nothing of that came to be, and what we ended up with was a community that was not bringing out as much in the software side, no updates yet. Obviously they have updated by the blog, but the last update by the blog was in November, and this update was only due to the fact customers were complaining about their products not shipping and getting to them in time. For me personally, it was a little bit of an annoyance because now I can no longer order a chip. Everything has been put on hold. Chip is no longer available because they announced Chip V2. Pocket Chip is also no longer available. If you want to get a Chip Pro, you have to contact the sales team, and all the dips seem to be not available as well. So everything has either ceased production. They have said that they're going to be getting all the orders out before they take any more orders on, but if they are not offering the product now, who's to say they even have the product in the first place? And there are still people complaining that they've been waiting over a year before they got their chip, and some of them still don't have their chip or their pocket chip, and it's worrying to see because this company had created something pretty damn cool, and I love my pocket chip and I still use it quite often. I love my chip, and I was hoping that I could either see more iterations, especially more software updates, so that we could have more support for other types of possible firmware, software, games. But now it's all on a bit of a pinnacle as to whether anything else is going to come to fruition, because there's not even been happy holidays from NTC, which is a bit odd. They could have at least done a blog post saying happy holidays or Merry Christmas, but none of this has been done, and not even, yeah, it's just disappeared. And although we're still getting some releases, and my next video will be on those releases, I'm a little bit worried for NTC because they have such a good team. Also, none of my press emails that I used to use to contact them and to even get the product in the first place, none of those even work anymore. I tried emailing them last week, maybe the week before, and nothing. So they just keep pinging back saying that the email address no longer exists. So that's also worrying. Where has their hierarchy gone? Where has their press department gone? I emailed Ahoy Ahoy, which is the email for everyone to use now, and they said, oh, they will reply to my ticket within 2 to 3 days. This was 3 or 4 months ago now. I've not received a reply. And that was just to ask if there was any more information as to what's going on. So either they don't want us to know what's going on, or something good is clearly not going on. Maybe they're struggling with demand, maybe they're struggling with finding the product or the supply chain. Maybe they're struggling with the supply chain of parts to produce a chip and pocket chip, or maybe they're not making as much money as they thought they were, and they're struggling in the financial department. Who knows? Because nothing has been said other than they are stopping all orders to create more. So yeah, I'm a little worried because I had high hopes for this company, and they're getting shit on big style from the customers because they're getting pissed off. I think customers should be a bit more forgiving because they were only a 4-man team to begin with. They created this idea to rival the Raspberry Pi. $9 for a PC is pretty damn cheap, and the idea itself is awesome. Pocket chip, okay, it's a little bit more expensive, but look at what you get. It's a really cool, fun gadget that no one else currently does. So I think maybe people should cut them a little bit more slack. But I also think that NTC need to get in touch with the community as a whole to let them know what's going on. I mean, or even just drop me an email to say, oh, this is what's going on. If you could let people know. I mean, I'd be happy to let people know. I'm sure other customers would be happy to let people know. But there's just no communication, and this proves that this company is having a hard time, whether it be staffing, supply. It's still a problem that needs to be solved, and I hope that it gets solved soon, because otherwise, who knows what will happen to Next In Company. They may go under, and if they do, then we're without any chip. On the plus side, it means chips will go through the roof price-wise because they'll be rare as hell. But that's not the point. I'd like to see more of chip and pocket chip and more of what NTC has to offer, and I hope that they finally get their boots on the ground and move forward, but I guess time will tell. Anyway guys, if you have any thoughts on this subject, or you want to let me know what you think of NTC right now, have you ordered some chips and they have not arrived, or how long has it taken for your chips to arrive or pocket chips to arrive, let me know in the comment section below, and I shall see you soon with another video. Cheers!